Mighty Funny is going live. Text messages going out. All right. We're live here on Instagram. I believe we're on YouTube as well. But we'll give you guys a few minutes because it is a little before 6 p.m. But if you're here with us already, thank you for joining us on, I think this is our third.
Is it our third?
Is it our third? What did we talk about? We talked about last week, well, not last week. Last show was TV shows. Before that, we talked about Valentine's Day.
Right.
I don't think, yeah. But either way, I don't be remembering. We're here. Our cousin says, hi, cousin. Hi,
What up,
cousin. Hi, beautiful. Thanks for checking in with us. It is Tuesday, March the 4th. And guess what I found out after we had that whole debacle at the last show? It is not the Ides of March. The Ides of March is either the 14th or the 15th.
It's the 15th.
I don't know why I thought it was today.
Why
like
did
the
you think it was
4th.
today?
Because we were talking, that was the whole reason why we were talking about it when we were talking about the next show.
Well, that's a no, because that's not what it is.
Well, why didn't you tell me then?
I did tell you then, didn't I? Didn't I
No,
say that then?
we
I
were
did
trying
say.
to confirm, what was the name of the play? The Julius Caesar play, and it was Julius Caesar.
Oh yeah, true. We did get into that, and then it just didn't sound right, and it still doesn't sound right.
But tonight's topic, we since we talked about TV shows from our childhoods, which is the 80s and 90s and into the early 2000s, we figured let's talk about movies from our childhood, which is the the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. So if you guys want to reminisce on some of your favorite movies from your childhood, feel free to drop them in the comments and we will see them and we will react and respond accordingly. Some of your favorite movies that always stick with you, a movie that you love to watch again and again, or something that traumatized you and you will not be watching it again and again and again, or whatever it may be. Go ahead, that is the topic for tonight's conversation. Movies from our childhoods. Her cousin jumped in early with E.T. E.T. Actually, I found out recently E.T. was supposed to have a sequel. And the premise of the sequel was that Elliot and his family were
I did hear about that.
supposed to be like abducted by another alien, and E.T. was going to come save them. And it ended up being where Steven Spielberg was just like, no, the original is a classic. Let's not, take away from the whatever of the first one. So thankfully, I don't think we needed a sequel to E.T.
18 for home twice.
Yeah, E.T. will phone home twice. E.T. phone home again. It would have been a collect call. Intergalactic. Yes, I'm on Saturn. Forget me. Hang up. If anybody remembers that from your childhood, where payphone, you had to call collect, but you would just hurry up and say your message before they picked up the phone,
right?
So you didn't get charged,
right? Right. Call me after 9 p.m.
What's he saying? The burning bed? I never heard of that. And sorry, my phone's a little far away from me, and as you can see, I got on glasses. I don't have a telescope, so I cannot see that far. I've never heard the burning bed. That's a movie? Is it a horror film? That sounds like a horror film. What does it say? We are both blind.
I know. Look, I'm like, well,
Gremlins, Goonies, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Yes.
Oh, the Killer Tomatoes.
You don't remember Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
No, because it wasn't about tarantulas. I remember those ones.
Attack of the Killer is like the cheesiest 80s movie ever. It was like these giant, angry, I don't even know why. I don't remember like how they became giant, if it was like mutants or whatever. Either way, it was hilarious. That's very a cult classic, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. That's hilarious. What's it say? I can't see. Drama. Either way. The Burning Bed is a drama. I'm going to have to look that one up. I never heard of that one. So we're 2 for 2. Last week it was Gem and the Rock Stars, or whatever. I had never heard of that. And now we're to Burned Up, never heard of that. But I made this little post-it list for myself so I could be prepared for tonight's conversation. And do you know what I realized? Our childhood was very traumatic because why do I have a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there's probably more movies where either the mom or both parents died.
Now, is it like our fault or is it Disney's fault? Because those look like Disney movies.
Well, most of them are Disney, but okay. So I'm gonna hit you with the original, which this was, I think it came out in like the 50s. I don't remember when it came out, but Bambi is the original. Bambi's mom died, and then that just sets off a whole chain reaction of the rest of Bambi's life. So like, why? And where's his dad? Did they show the dad?
No. Oh no, yes they did at the end. At the end, he's some big mighty buck. Or is that just somebody he follows? I swear. Is he there or is that somebody he follows?
Gremlins and the Goonies are definitely, and we'll jump back into those in a minute. But yeah, where was Bambi's dad, and why did the hunter have to kill his mom? My original childhood trauma film, is Land Before Time. Because the dinosaur's mom died, and then he thought it was the mom, but it was his own shadow. You remember that? Littlefoot. I mean, it was heartwarming. He had a little gang together, and they got to safety and stuff. But like again, why did the mom have to die? And where was his dad? Where are the 2-parent households in these movies?
I got it.
And then you got Tarzan.
First of all, never mind. I skipped past that whole front part. I was just about to say he was raised by gorillas. That's not bad. But then again,
why was he raised by gorillas?
I forgot about the why part.
Mom and dad died, and supposedly the lore is they were on their way to the wedding at Arendelle, or coming home from the wedding at Arendelle.
It's like some new
and that's
lore.
how they died. Yeah.
It's like some new lore.
She said you need I'm super strong. Lilo and Stitch. The mom and dad died. The older sister had to be raising Lilo.
Well, first of all, why do you have to keep naming the dramatic things?
I just randomly was like, let me go look at some, remind myself of movies from my childhood, and this is what happened. And I just said, why? The Lion King.
Got you.
Why did his dad have to die? Which again, that was the whole premise of the movie. But why? Whose idea? What traumatized writers
Disney producers,
are writing these films?
Disney animators. Because that's what this is. And not one of here is a Pixar or a DreamWorks. Nope.
Big Hero 6. Both parents die.
Well, first of all, is that Pixar, DreamWorks,
I think it's Pixar. Because it's at Universal. But either way, both parents die. And my poor hero Hamato, he was raised by his older brother.
Oh, no.
And then the last one is Harry Potter.
Oh, first of all,
books that turned into movies. There's a lot of these were books first. But again, why do we have to kill the mom or both parents? But hi, thanks for joining us.
Right, this is Mighty Funny, where we just talk about crazy and random wild things.
We talk about whatever we want to talk about. Tonight's topic is about movies from our childhood, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. I just went down this list of random, well, it wasn't random, but just, a little bit of a rabbit hole that I went down the other day. Movies from my childhood, and realizing that a lot of them have trauma. They start with a trauma. They get you with the tearjerker where the mom died or both parents died initially, and then that leads to because you know what I ended up looking up?
Sadness.
I was really into that movie Five Goes West. But I was
talking about the American Tail?
Right, that was the second one, right?
What was that? What's that song?
His parents didn't die though. They were like immigrants that came over on whatever boat, and they had a rough passage, and his family was fine. Yeah, because that's why do I feel like his parents died? But they didn't.
But he got lost. That's what happened.
That's what it was. He got lost. He got lost. And that was similar to it was another movie, Oliver and Company, that I liked as a kid.
First of all, that's my jam.
Yes, all these are awesome soundtracks. And he was like the runt of the litter cat that nobody took, and then he ended up falling into the wrong crowd, whatever it was.
The Dodger dog. That was based off of Oliver Twist. I learned later on.
No cats in America.
Oh yeah. All right.
That's why the 5 will see people be knowing what I'm talking about. And so yeah, drop in the comments some of your favorite childhood movies. How they affected you, how they didn't affect you. They traumatized you, they didn't you. Apparently the other week, when we were talking about TV shows, the older bro was talking about I used to watch Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
First of all, that is a movie that I literally just watched like a couple of months ago. And what type of fever high were these people on when they were making this movie? Because that's interesting. That's a very interesting. Have you seen it recently again?
No.
Well, you should, just to be like, why? Actually.
But we already talked about this. I don't remember seeing it the first time.
No.
So.
Well, listen, because for some reason, y'all want to talk about traumatic movies, right? For some reason, right? If you have never seen the movie Tusk, you don't need to. And if you have,
is that recent?
I feel sorry for you. No, it's not recent. It's like what, like mid 2000s or something, like 2014 or something like that. If y'all know what I'm talking about. Listen here. I'll tell you something.
Go ahead, Tusk.
Yeah, if you like walruses, don't watch that movie.
I've never heard of that.
And you don't need to.
I won't watch it.
You shouldn't have to. And as a matter of fact, I don't know why I did it. Actually, I said, you know what? People talked about it. They said, if you like different, this is for you. No, I don't like that different. That was
too far. This was the line, and that was habitual line.
That was
separate.
That was
But we got 101 Dalmatians in the comments.
Are
we talking about the original cartoon? Are we talking about the Glenn Close?
Are we talking about Hugh Laurie? Because that's my guy.
Yes. The Cruella de Vil. What are we talking about? I mean, they're all classics. But Goonies is definitely that OG 80s movies. Hey, you guys! That was definitely one of the cool.
Oh, they're coming out with another one.
Yes, they are coming out with.
Let's go, Goons.
I don't know if call it a sequel, a remake, or whatever they're doing.
It's not a remake. Thank the Lord.
Yeah,
it is like another. It's a sequel, whatever. Maybe a prequel to the sequel to the. I don't know, to the equal.
But I know they're incorporating a lot of the original actors, and I know that I can't call his name, but like the Asian kid in the movie, they're all adults now, obviously, but he just recently stepped back into acting. He came out with that movie where he's like a action star or something. He was like a tax preparer, but like in his past life, he was like some type of action. Killer. It was like a Valentine's Day movie. I know you don't know what I'm talking about, but it doesn't matter. So yes, they are coming out with a new Goonies movie, whatever storyline they are following. But that was definitely one of the Gremlins. Definitely the Gremlins.
Man.
You can't feed them after midnight. You don't get them wet after midnight. And I don't
once a day, right, or something like that.
Yes, little Gizmo was out there popping them balls off his back, and the Gremlins. I think there were like 3 Gremlins movies.
There was. They sure only did one. That was all they needed. Yeah, should have stopped right there. Just like Fast and Furious. Y'all could have just stopped at 3. You know.
Are they like 10 now?
They're at like Affinity. They're just going to keep going. Look at them be Veggie. So they're like, you kids didn't get off my lawn. Now I must drive. He's family over everything. Oh, man.
I am cracking up. But the Gremlins was, what they really shouldn't have made multiples of? Even though, again, a lot of this movies, specifically from like the 80s and even the early 90s, they're just like, it's like so horrible, but then they get like this cult following. So like the Leprechaun movies, which I
First of all,
there was like
Leprechaun in the Hood.
Again.
That's my jam. That's my jam. Leprechaun in the Hood.
And then when you go back and look at some of these older movies, specifically like the live action ones, not cartoons, and you realize like, these big, huge A-list stars now were in these movies. Like, one of those Leprechaun movies, Jennifer Aniston was, like, the main character.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I remember, like,
did she die? No, she almost died. I'm pretty sure she almost died.
Maybe I don't know the name, but they were, like, critters that were killing people.
Killer critters
from
under the bed. Oh! Remember that Disney movie about the boogeyman? Oh Jesus! Don't Look Under the Bed. It was Don't Look Under the Bed, right? So it was about this girl who had an imaginary friend, right? But she forgot about the imaginary friend, and your imaginary friend becomes a boogeyman when you forget about them, right? And it was like they were haunting their dreams. It was a Disney movie. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, y'all gotta know what I'm talking about. It's called Don't Look Under the Bed, and it's like one of the scariest Disney movies you could have ever seen. It was so cool.
I'm going to officially share. It is Tuesday, March 4th at 6:12 p.m. So let it be written.
So let it be done.
My Purge game is apparently on 1 million because I just don't be remembering nothing. Okay, I don't remember.
The boogeyman. So it was a family, and it was an older sister and a little brother.
And the comments is remembering. Go
ahead. Okay, so it was an older sister and his little brother, and the little brother.
That's what I was thinking, cuz, but we gotta remember, she died she's younger than you too. I was thinking Drop Dead Fred.
No.
He didn't become no boogeyman.
No, not Drop Dead Fred. So it was a family, and it was an older sister, it was a younger brother, and the younger brother ended up having an imaginary friend.
Black. He
was black, and his name was Larry. He was black, and his name was Larry. And what happened was, I guess, like, the little brother tried to tell, like, the older sister that he had an imaginary friend, and she just wouldn't believe him, told him to stop believing in him, and so, like, eventually, like, the little brother, like, was trying to stop believing her, forget him, and Larry's trying to make him, like, remember, because he was, like, growing claws.
It's Disney Channel?
No, it's Disney Channel. It's a Disney Channel movie.
Okay, right. It's Disney, and I'm thinking, like, movie theater.
It's a Disney Channel movie, right?
Okay,
and, got it. So he was trying to get the little brother to remember, right? And then what ended up happening was that, like, Larry ended up kidnapping the little brother, right? And took him to, like, Dream World or Boogie World or something underneath the bed, and was, like, trying to get him to remember.
You, Miss Are You Afraid of the Dark, watched Don't Look Under the Bed?
I did. I watched it.
You in the plot, sis.
Like, I was in, like, because the boogeyman. Because, like, the boogeyman was trying to get the little boy, and Larry was trying to protect him from the boogeyman, but then the little boy stopped believing in Larry, so then the boogeyman ended up getting the little boy. Then they had to go get him.
I'm crying.
It is a Disney classic.
Y'all are closer.
Yeah, it's a Disney classic. I'm saying that because I'm blind from my face. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That was the scariest Disney Channel movie you could have ever seen. That was, like, one of the scariest ones. But then, like, turns out, like, you know, they went down to Boogie World, the girl had to go help him, and then turns out the boogeyman that kidnapped the little boy was actually her old imaginary friend that turned into a boogeyman. And her name was Frances. There we go. Yeah. And then at the end it was all happy, holly jolly. Yep. Now we're all back to being imaginary friends together.
Okay.
And we live happily ever after.
I was super young, like, in the 80s, before the 90s, where the Akamukiplex used to be, because it's now. That actually used to be a drive-in. They used to have 2 screens, and I will never forget, I saw the very first Batman with Michael Keaton, and who played Joker? What's his name?
You talking about Jack Nicholson?
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
And I also saw the very first Ghostbusters, with, you know, the original cast. At the drive-in, our parents used to have us wear our zip-up footy pajamas, and we'd have blankets, and they would let us either sit on the roof of the car, which, in thinking at hindsight, they were probably in the car doing stuff with us.
Oh, that's disgusting. You don't have to
say
that.
If we had the truck, then we would sit on the back of that. But either way, there is to this day still a drive-in movie theater down in Vineland, and sometimes we go, like, in the summertime, and you can actually, they do double features, so you can see, like, 2 movies for the price of one, and that's normally, like, $12 per person, which is not bad. So that was actually a pretty cool experience to be able to go see drive-in movies, and then also being able, obviously throughout our lifetime, to see the progression of, like, graphic effects, because that's one of the things too. Because Ying is really into old school movies. Like, he'll watch so many movies from the 80s. One of his favorite movies is a movie called Guyver. It's actually his ringtone on his phone. But that's from the 80s, and when you go back and look at these movies, you look at the graphics, it's, like, hilarious how crappy they were, and you're just like, how were we? But we also didn't have 4K TVs and you know, 1080p straight, like, so you're not really picking out the graphics weren't that great, but it's still pretty cool to go back and watch some of the older stuff from our childhood, especially if you were, like, a little kid, and you might have missed something, or something might have went over your head, and then when you watch it as an adult, you're just like, oh. But I'm not really, like, I don't like watching movies that I've already seen. I'm like, I've already seen this. I'll lose interest pretty quickly. I already know how it's going to end. I'm not into horror in regards, no, correction. I'm not into gore. Like, I don't want to see stuff getting chopped, bloody, but
sure? Like, House of a Thousand Corpses is your jam?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. That's my jam. When I'm feeling real.
I thought it was Amber. But y'all
Amber.
Sorry.
If Amber, I'm blind. I can't see nothing from the screen of here.
Yeah, we can. That's why I keep.
You said what? You said what?
House on Haunted Hill. So now we're getting into haunted films, which was more like my teen years, and I was actually going to dive into that myself. So I'm not into gore, but I am into horror. Very specifically, if it's like somehow potentially reality based, like this is based on a true story, or spiritual stuff, because I like. Though I get scared, because obviously I believe in that, it's still like, I believe in it, so this could be real. Like, that movie Drag Me to Hell.
First of all, that movie was crazy.
You know about the gypsies.
First of all, not even that. You got all the way to the end, thought the girl was good in the clear. He said, wait a minute, what's this button? I said, that was it.
You don't talk to the movies with Chris and I. Because we will talk to each other, we will talk to the movie. The last one we saw Sonic in theaters together, the movie came out recently.
No, we saw Sonic. What was the last thing that we saw?
No, we saw Captain America.
Oh,
we saw that most recent Captain America in theaters. True. And whenever we go, you says as far away from us as possible. And the two of us is being there kiki, like, I know, you see that? Oh, girl, you better run!
It was just stupid. Just dumb.
Valentine was so scary to me. Oh, you did see it. Okay.
What? Which one?
That's what. Memphis Person. Now you see, because it's I was like, like, remember Mom wouldn't let us watch
what?
Certain horror films or horror films, period, especially if it's spiritual, at home, because she swore like something was going to jump out the TV into your house. If it was like a horror film. So yeah, growing up, a lot of stuff was banned. We weren't allowed to read Harry Potter because I think the movies didn't come out at least till I was in college.
Yeah.
So, but definitely the books were out. We weren't allowed to read the books. But there was a lot of movies and TV shows. If it was any type of spiritual demons, ghosts, hauntings, we were not allowed to watch it. Because again, my mother swore that, again, she swore it was The Ring, which was actually,
oh my gosh,
I think it was a Korean or a Japanese horror film called Unwant, and it was going to come out the TV like in The Ring.
First of all,
I love those movies. The Ring.
How you like that movie? So there,
because again, I don't do horror. Gore. That's what I mean. I don't do gore. Like last night I was working, you was sitting here watching because there's a new season of Daredevil coming out this week.
Oh, goody
so
goody!
Watching it from the beginning, and all I hear is slice, slice, stab, stab. Like listening it to it, I was like, I can't.
I mean, but it's not gore to you. You know, nobody's slicing you out. You know, just
like. I even tried to watch, which we're so off topic, but that's what we do.
But we
The Walking Dead. I always close my eyes.
First of all,
like gore.
And The Walking Dead is.
Show aside from like the gore, like the actual
Daryl Dixon. That's all I know.
Yes.
What's the other guy?
Daryl.
No. What's the other guys? Oh, Rick. Oh man, let me tell you.
You know, Rick and Michonne had their own spinoff. I actually watched it. It was a 6-episode like special spinoff. It came out I think last year or maybe this year. It was really good.
Good for them. What is it? Really good. Cookie or biscuit, or did you want me to make it together?
I would just like to know you brought it up. When you brought it up,
I was just letting y'all. Because what I was going to say, y'all could be fans, but not me.
We can have a whole separate conversation about the world of The Walking Dead, and I think there's like 4
There's
spin-offs.
Too many, way too many,
way
too many. Because some questions actually never get answered, and I only know that because my ex loved that show.
I'm cracking up.
Yeah,
she's talking about she's great. Like, okay, our mother is the most superstitious person I have ever met in my life. I do not believe in a single superstition. I do not believe in luck. I believe in the Lord. I believe in blessings. I do believe in evil and all that type of stuff. But there's superstition. Oh, don't sweep my feet. I'm going to jail. Huh?
But first of all,
are you a law-abiding citizen? Do you be alright? What does a groom
call me Gerard Butler
have to do with anything?
Right?
And all the ridiculous superstitions that, you know, I ain't ate a lick of black-eyed peas and collard greens on New Year's and New Year's Eve.
And even when I did, I still wasn't rich and prosperous.
Look,
I think I wasn't rolling in the dough in cash.
Linda, honey, when Chinese New Year came here, you gonna have to hit a little bit of a give, and it will come back to you.
Wait a minute. Good measure, Press down, shake it together, and run it over.
See? And that's not a superstition, that's just a cultural belief. Kind of like reaping what you sow. But again, we are all over the place, and we always have a random outburst of songs, because that's what we do. But what's some other movies that you guys, because I'm trying to think, like, even stuff that, like, okay, maybe you shouldn't have been watching.
Shouldn't be watching?
I.e., Don't Look Under the Bed.
First of all, it's a Disney Channel movie. It's a Disney Channel movie. Right?
It's not like anything.
It did. It came on during Halloween, and then the other one that came on was The Mummy, where the one boy.
I remember that one.
You remember? See, exactly. So then you remember Don't Look
I
Under the Bed.
don't.
Yeah, you do.
How you gonna tell me?
Because
Did I watch it with you?
You know what?
Did it come on before or after Dawson's Creek? That was my hour. That was my allotted TV time. I didn't care what y'all watched any other time.
Oh my gosh.
I might have been sitting there and I was probably reading the book. Meaning I'm not paying attention.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to look it up for her right now.
You're gonna look what up?
I'm going to show you
Don't
guys.
Look Under the Bed?
Yep. I'm going to show you a picture.
visual?
Yep. I'm going to give you a visual so that way you
Alright.
can see. And you can be like, oh yeah. Don't. Right
The
now. Look
original,
under.
what, 101 Dalmatians, is that what you're saying? I'm trying to
Yeah.
understand what you mean. 90210, is that a movie? What
It's
you
a
talking
show.
about? I know. Why are we dropping TV shows? TV shows 2 weeks ago. But the original 90210 or the remake?
First of all, I need some.
Oh, it. I thought she said I.
Oh, you talking about? Get it. Get it.
Like, it's Tuesday. I've been working all day. I am IT. So I'm like, what IT got to do with the original It? Yes, with, what's his name?
Tim Curry.
Yes, that was scary.
This don't look familiar to you?
Yes, it does not. She's gonna show me the picture, and like, now I'm gonna have to watch it on probably, maybe it's on Disney Plus.
Look. This don't look familiar to you?
I was talking about.
This don't look familiar to you?
I was talking about to tell you no.
Oh, this is Larry, Boogie Me and Larry. I gotta show her Boogie Me and Larry.
Okay, so again, growing up, we had one TV for us children in the basement. We all had our own bedrooms, but there was one TV. Anyway, there was one TV in the basement that all 6 to 5 of us had to share at any given time. And that meant, if you had your favorite show or favorite movie, apparently, and it was airing at whatever specific time, because there was no streaming, we didn't have
no
VCR to
streaming. You
record,
would run
no
into the
record,
bathroom and
whatever.
jumping down them stairs.
Right,
Because,
running down the ramp.
right.
But,
True.
yeah, so my reference of Dawson's Creek was that was the only show I cared to watch. So whatever they watched, i.e. my younger siblings, I was probably down there because I was a designated babysitter. But I wasn't necessarily paying attention watching Don't Look Under the Bed.
First of all, once again, a great movie. Fantastic. It never looked under the
Tales
bed.
from the Hood, yeah.
That's a good one.
But again, was that a TV show or a movie?
It was a TV show, and don't mess with the minis, all right? Or the little, what are they called?
Piglets.
No, they're called
That
something
was an
else.
episode.
But it's called they're called something else though. They're not called. They're called.
That's what they were called.
What are they called? That? No, what are those little dolls thing called in Tales from the Hood? What was those little doll things called? Grolies.
If y'all know what she's talking about, go ahead and drop it in the comments down below what she's talking about.
Jeez.
But she said the movie. I remember the show. I don't know why I'm not.
Maybe because it was different. It was different stories, and it seemed like a TV show, but it was a movie. You're right.
Okay.
With that
Then
one guy,
of Candyman.
Oh, Candyman. That's my
I
jam.
like Candyman better than I liked. What was the one with the guy with all of the needles in his head? That was a
Hellraiser.
I didn't like.
Hellraiser wasn't too bad.
I thought it was a comedy. Black Spawn, but it wasn't really supposed to be a comedy.
Spawn?
Yeah, Spawn. I thought it was Black Spawn.
Yeah, right. There's only one Spawn, and yes, he is black.
He is black.
Spawn is black, right? That's my guy.
I feel like that was something I probably should have watched when I did.
It was a comedy because John Leguzzi was the big fat man.
Did you say Leguzzi?
I don't know his last name.
Leguizamo?
There you go.
Spanish guy?
You knew it. Yeah.
Leguzzi.
I don't know. Yeah, no,
Apparently he's a bee.
Look, what's it say? Mighty funny. Mighty funny, y'all knew what I meant.
Jacuzzi.
You knew, just like my curriculum, okay? Y'all knew what I was talking about. Thank you.
That was in the picture. I don't know what we're talking about at this point. All the comments, have your own conversation. But yeah, I'm trying to think of some other movies. Like I wasn't really into, like I wasn't, okay, Disney, like Disney princesses, I feel like top to my favorite was Ariel. She will always be my favorite. I'll never forget seeing, the live remake. I was literally in that theater. I think it came out like maybe 2 years ago, maybe last year, I don't remember. I was in there crying. Because I got to see a beautiful black woman come to life and be my favorite Disney princess. Tiana kind of was after my time in regards to like age-wise, but I think for me, Ariel was definitely my favorite Disney princess, but I'm not a princess, type. I never was. I was a tomboy growing up. My mom tried to force me to be girly.
Oh.
But I wasn't. Which also, today is National Sunday. That's why I purposely put this shirt on in honor of my sons. So shout out to them because I don't know what sleep is.
Funny story. Little Munchkin Man asked me if I wanted a kid, and I said, yeah, I want a kid. I want a little Munchkin too. And then he says, but that means I'd have to rip myself in half. So you can't have one. It can only be one Munchkin. I said, okay.
Yes.
Well, thanks
his
for
dad and Chrissy call Hero Munchkin Man. That was his little nickname. So in his brain, he's the only Munchkin.
Yeah.
Even though the day shall come sooner than later, he will be taller than you, and he will probably be taller than me as well. So there will be no more Munchkin.
I mean, everybody will be taller than me, actually. So let's do.
Facts.
It's fine. It's fine. I'll be small but still big, large. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
But what about you? You like to watch a lot of movies like that you already seen. Like even if it's anime, like what do you watch?
Well, if we're talking about like movies that I've already seen, first of all, let's talk about it. Powerpuff Girls movie. Gotta go ahead and rip that one off the shit because if you haven't seen it, you should. Then you'll learn all the lineage. You'll learn all the lineage just by watching that movie, and it's so awesome. I tell you, it's really awesome.
One movie is hilarious. I think I brought this up last week or whatever last show. The Teen Titans Go movie. I was in that theater crying, like cracking up, laughing with tears at the hilarity of that movie. But like nowadays, if I'm going to actually watch a movie, like. Obviously, I'm a boy mom, so I feel like I've seen every action movie that's ever came out. Like, literally, we go to the movies at least 2 times, maybe 3 times a month. Literally have, like, the AMC stubs, the Regal, whatever, like, all the memberships to get the discounts, get your points, because we are always at the movies. That is Ying's favorite thing to do. He did that as a kid, like, every single weekend. Literally, he went to the movies as a kid. Whereas ain't nobody taking 6 kids nowhere. I think we went to the movies, like, almost never.
I mean,
but ultimately, it's cool to like I'm saying, my personal preference. I actually like international movies a lot. I like to watch a lot of either Korean or Japanese films and watch them with subtitles. I was about to say stereotypes.
I'm crying.
I don't know why.
I'm crying.
Because they do horror very well. Korean horror, Japanese horror. Again, not a bunch of gore. But like I'm scared. That's some scary stuff. What she say in Scary Movie? That's scary. Like I really get into those type of films as an adult. And I'm not like into cheesy. Like I don't do the Hallmark Christmas. You can miss me with all that.
You
like
miss me every
movie is like, I'm from the city and I end up in the country in
some small town boy.
Now we're gonna get
who farms and has a horse and wears a boots. And then he brings me a flower. And we're married in the morning.
You have a British accent.
Because that's a lifetime Hallmark, baby. That's for you, darling.
I like historical dramas for movies. I especially like European history, where a lot of that is based in fact of like the kings, the queens, the lords, especially the women, because it's crazy. Even to this day, like how people think like, oh, this is a man's world, men are in control thing, but like literally going back to medieval times, women have always pulled the puppet strings and didn't let it be playing. Like we're more playing chess, not playing checkers. So to go back and be like, yeah, this king thought he was in charge, but actually he was a mama's boy and mama was in charge until mama was in charge, and then the queen stepped up, and back then she couldn't be a queen, so her 2-year-old brother was the king, but she was in charge. So like I'm into historical dramas. I'm into, like I said, horror. I don't know why I keep saying gore. It's not gore.
I'm sorry. Until you watch A House of a Thousand Corpses.
Scream. I know it's Dead Last Summer. Those are fun movies.
Yeah, but those are horror movies.
That's not. I mean, again, it's
Scary
fun.
movies.
That's fun. You know what? Funny movies, Dumb and Dumber. That was like silly, funny movies, like movies where you could just laugh and be silly.
Kung Pao Enter the Fist. That was a funny movie.
Did I see that?
You probably haven't. If you're not into satire kung fu movies.
Oh, I feel like I did. It was a satire. And it was like very
satire?
extra.
Oh.
Everybody was like flying
it
for
was
no
so
reason.
stupid. Oh, it was so stupid. The zoom into the chest parts. It was so dumb. Oh my gosh.
I feel like they're making another Scream though. I feel like
they are
that they're making
and they
another
don't need
Scream
to.
movie.
Can they not? And one of those things.
But that's part of the things with movies. I feel like there's a lot of remakes. Like, where's the original ideas? Because they did Godzilla versus King Kong, but now they're coming out with like Godzilla versus like somebody else. It's just like so ridiculous. I don't even remember what it is. No, it's like completely ridiculous. I purposely like I'm not remembering.
You know, well.
Short Circuit. What's this
They
name?
can
This
stop
one
with
with
the King Kong.
Johnny Five. What's Short Circuit? I never heard of that.
Wait, I can't see it because I'm blind from over here
You're
too.
more blind than
Hey, let me look. Let me get close. Let me right here. Yeah, I don't know what that is neither. You
What's
know,
Short Circuit? I never heard of that.
tell us about it.
I don't know.
I don't know
But
what that
I
is.
think growing up, if you want to go into
Ooh, let's talk about it. Sorry, cutting you off. Pokemon, the Pokemon movie. Let's talk about how that was the saddest. That was the saddest movie we ever saw in theaters. When Ash, oh my gosh, when Ash got
She's getting away,
petrified.
y'all, so she's emotional.
When Ash got petrified and Pikachu was over, he goes, Pikachu! He's electric. And he's just not waking up. And he starts crying, right? There's just tears, and then all the Pokemon start to cry. Oh my gosh, and it was like the power of tears and love in Pikachu's shoe.
Do you need some therapy from this Pokemon movie?
No, because he awoke, was arisen and defeated.
This is before my time! You were not the one older than me. That's Patty. Hi, Patty in Florida. Or whatever. You're right on the border of Florida. Anyway, thanks for joining us. What was I saying? I was about to say a movie, and then you went into your Pokemon drama.
It's a
But
Pokemon.
didn't they do like a live action Pikachu movie?
And they should. I don't know if they did or not because.
What was the movie? I was gonna say
Detective Pikachu. That was a good one. That was funny.
the Lion King. I already said that.
You already said it. Right there on your piece of paper. With
What is it called? The Jungle Book. One of my all-time favorite.
Bare necessities.
Yes. That soundtrack.
No, he said, "What are you gonna do?"
I don't know. What are you gonna do?
I don't know. What are you gonna do?
I don't know. What are you gonna do?
I don't know. What are you gonna do? Well, you shout out. This is like
The whole
I don't know.
at the
What are you
end.
gonna do?
We're your friends.
We're friends.
friends.
We're friends to the bitter end.
But they were based off the Beatles.
When you are lost, who comes around
Who around?
to pluck you up?
To pluck you up
When you are down.
when you are down.
And when you're outside looking in, who's there to open the door?
Oh, I didn't mean to walk your face.
That's
And then Shere Khan comes in at the end. Yeah, Jungle Book they had all the songs. They had Bare Necessities. They had I Wanna Walk Like You, Talk Like You.
Oh, first of all, let me talk about that song. No, let's talk about that song. First of all,
But there was okay, we're gonna go into
let's talk about it.
now.
No, that's not even that. It's not even that. Because when I be singing that song at work sometimes out loud, right? I be thinking like an ape like me can learn to be like you.
He's an ape.
I know, but not me. And I be singing that out loud.
That's the part where I don't sing that part.
I mean, but listen, it's part of the song, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's contagious, touch me, baby. I don't sing that part.
That's my jam band.
I don't sing that part.
That's my jam band.
That was like we got there for richer and richer. Because I don't say that part. I don't say that part. You don't say that part.
Listen, y'all got better than me.
I got you, but that's Patty. That's very specific to even for us. Obviously, a couple of years in age difference completely changes your experience. And again, these movies existed in my lifetime, but I've never seen them. And apparently, she's very specifically traumatized by the Pokemon movie.
First of all, it was so sad. It was so sad. It was sad. It was sad.
Okay, we moved on. We went into the whole scene.
No, because he tried. He tried with all his might to set that man, like electrocute that man. To electrocute him. Tried with all his might and still
Have you been traumatized by the Pokemon movie? You may be entitled to compensation.
In the arms
Crocodile Dundee! Yes! No, that's a knife. The Crocodile Dundee movie.
Oh, may he rest in peace.
Did he die? That man was old. He was old even back then.
Like,
when did he die? I mean, I'm sure he died because he was already whatever age in the 80s. I think you're taking of Steve Irwin.
Oh.
Not Australians are the same. He is probably deceased.
Oops.
Just because of age.
My bad.
But she's thinking about the wrong Australian.
Listen, I'll call him Crocodile Dundee this whole time. Oops. My bad. Don't they call him something?
One of these things is not like the other.
No, what did they call Steve Irwin? What did they call him? I don't know, they don't call him anything besides Steve Irwin? They don't call him the Crocodile Hunter or something? I don't know, don't they call him something? Somebody help me out.
Do you even know what Crocodile Dundee or who Crocodile Dundee is?
Apparently not.
Should I pull up my phone? This man! The quote! No, that's enough!
The man who looks like Chuck Norris? I don't know.
He had the hat.
He had a hat. Mm-hmm.
And he had the boots and the belt.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a fish out of water story. Because he was like a
Crocodile Dundee.
Yes.
I don't know.
I'm cracking up. She gonna call Steve Irwin.
Did they call him something? Or they called him something?
Yo no sé.
Yo no sé nada.
Yo llegué ahora mismo.
That's what others I knew.
Si hago paso. Yes, I am bilingual. Un
pequeño. That's all I know.
Nothing to be by. This is nothing that census a couple years ago. Hola.
Right.
Me llamo.
Thank Miss Wayana.
No matter. Yeah. Shout out to Miss Wayana. I ain't been there in a million years.
Man, boy. It was crazy. She said, "Oh, your sister. I thought your sister." And I said, "Well, this is a small world." Like, damn.
First of all, I went to school and people was like, "I taught your father." Sir, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and retire. No. What do you mean? You taught my father. And yes, the Star Wars movies. I did not get into Star Wars until I was an adult. Those movies, again, they obviously came out when we were kids in the 80s. This one wasn't even born in the damn 80s.
First of all.
That's neither here nor there. I really became a fan in the recent years with the recent, more recent films. When we went to Disneyland January 2024, and they have a really awesome Star Wars land. But yeah, I am into the Star Wars movies. Hero's into them a lot too. He's all little Star Wars Legos and Star Wars books. So yeah, there's a lot of like epic, multiple movies out there as well. What does it say? Oh, dogs go to heaven.
Oh, that used to be my jam. That was a sad one too. What was that song that girl sung on that piano before who died? She died. The dog died.
I just need to know the wording. How does one sing a song on a piano?
Sing a song? You know it. What? Funny. What do you know what I meant? You knew exactly what I meant.
What was that song she was singing while on the piano? So was she on? Like, lady on it?
You know what? You know what?
Dun, 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 dun,
you know what? He abides.
You might want a sister. I'm giving them away. buy one, get one free, because I have 2 to give away.
He said,
But then the mom was doing whatever day, and she was on the forward, and she was like, oh, that Ferris is so da-da-da-da. Mom was like, go say hi to your sister. I gave the motion. Hey.
So
Mom was like, she said hi, she said hello. She's like, I hear her, and I'm not repeating myself.
but mom done popped off confetti and everything.
I don't give energy. Oh, that's gonna heaven. They had some bops. I'm mad I can't remember them.
I could only remember the one song that I don't know the words
You can't remember it.
And I just knew it was a sad tune, and if I heard it again, I'd be like, tears. That's all.
Just watch it. It's probably on Disney Plus.
You know, did I want to be sad today? No. I said, today it's going to be a good day. A good day to not be sad. Right? Because you know what I did?
But a lot of
as
those
a person?
movies, again, from the 80s, trauma.
Right. Well, once again.
What did you say? What did you do today?
Do you know what I did? Like an old person.
What did you do?
Sunday, I took like a 10-hour nap.
That wasn't a nap. You went to sleep.
At like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, no.
You went to sleep.
No.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, right.
I'm finna go lay down, club. I'm finna go lay down, because that's what I do. I tell my child, I'm gonna go lay down.
All of y'all, I just want to let y'all know. All of y'all here, I just want to let y'all know. I went to Atlanta like a week ago, right?
And 2 weeks ago.
About 2 weeks ago. Anyway, I went to Atlanta about 2 weeks ago, and oh my God, I lived it up so much. I ate so much food, and was promptly in bed by 9 o'clock.
She went to Atlanta and had the itis.
Yeah, terrible.
She ate and slept.
I did not party. I went
days.
to one house party, and that was because it was my best friend's birthday, and that was it. Did not do anything else.
That's what I'm doing now. Look, if I wasn't doing this, I would be laying down. That's what like I say, my child's gonna grow up, and if he needs therapy, it's gonna be because he's like all my mom.
That's
ever
what I
did
thought. He was a cock hunter. See,
all my mom
know.
ever did was take a nap.
Thank you.
Because that's what I do. He come home from school. Hi, kid. Okay, I'm gonna go take a nap. And I sleep for an hour, and then I get up and go about the rest of my evening. I need that. I need it to get through the day.
I mean, listen, as you get older, a nap is well needed. You want to go where, at what time?
Kids don't appreciate it. Remember when we were, where were we? When we went to New York. We went to New York this past December to go see the Harry Potter play.
Right.
And we got up there like Saturday night, right? And we went to dinner. And then we got back to the room. It was like 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock. And I was like, all right, we can just chill for a bit, and then we can go. I think it was called 626. It was like the gay club or whatever. I was like, we can get and go like around 11:30. Because they said, what time? We went immediately.
Because she said, listen, she said we can leave at about 10:30. I said, at what time? It said, no, we need to be out and about already established by 10:30, all right? If it's not in bed, it needs to be out and about by then.
No, she was 9 years younger than me.
Yeah,
She was concerned about her bedtime.
Yes,
so we went immediately. We got there like 9:30.
Yes.
And it was crickets.
Listen.
And people were coming when we were leaving.
It was
we
great.
We would sleep by 10:30.
It was fantastic. Loved every minute of it. You know, the vibe was great because there was nobody in there. Nobody in there but us and the bartender who came from the other side of the bridge.
He was from New York, but we were in New Jersey.
Yeah.
It was in Jersey City. Yeah. It's actually a fun place because in the summertime they have a rooftop bar.
Which is fun, which is great, but like at 10:30 out, no, I'll be asleep. Asleep. Alright. When I was in Atlanta, I told my friend, I said, listen, I'll take about a 30-minute nap. See you in the morning. Right. He said,
You woke up at 3 a.m. talking about, did you want breakfast? Breakfast?
Lord.
The sun ain't up.
Lord. Actually, I said, you're crazy? You're crazy. Okay, go. Do it. I knew your granddad got you. You go right ahead with your eggs.
You know what matter with
3 o'clock in the morning. Who disturbed?
That was another good one with the characters, the songs, the music. I am cracking up. Yes. The original Grease. I feel about that one good. I love dance movies with your Footloose. I actually never seen Footloose. Dirty Dancing is my jam. There's actually a lodge in Virginia. It's like 7 hours from where we live, where they filmed Dirty Dancing, and you can stay there, and they do like dancing classes. Like, I want to go. So
is that the other John Travolta movie? Is that Patrick Swayze? Is that somebody
Yes,
else?
thank you for getting it right.
Okay,
Patrick
cool.
Swayze, may he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace.
John Travolta.
Listen,
That was Grease.
No, that was some other movie where he was swinging his hips in a weird manner.
Is Kevin Bacon?
Yes, Foolish. What's that one John Travolta movie? He was moving his. He was like a workout teacher or whatever.
Workout teacher
or whatever, and he was moving his hips in a really
I
crazy.
remember, what's it called? Saturday Night.
Is that what that is? Saturday Night Fever?
Yes.
Well, that's what that is.
I think he was a painter.
I don't know
what I'm talking about.
I'm just thinking about that one clip when he's. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He's doing this. You know what I'm talking about? And the ladies watching him,
At
right?
the club?
No, at the workout studio.
That's Patrick Swayze.
No, is it right? No, it's not.
Patrick Swayze had a really tight outfit.
Was it Patrick Swayze?
Yes, in Dirty Dancing.
I don't know.
Not the girl mix of movies. I was really trying to follow you,
I don't know.
but you got lost. She took a whole step.
Ooh. Jenny said Roadhouse and Karate Kid. Roadhouse. And I only know
Say
about
that too. I don't know why.
I only know about Roadhouse because of Family Guy.
I know
when
Roadhouse
Peter
is my husband.
would go kick things down and go Roadhouse. Yes, house. Roadhouse.
What was the other one? Roadhouse and what else?
Karate Kid.
They're making another one.
Yes.
They're bringing Ralph Macchio into it.
In the movies.
Yes. They showed the trailer when we went and saw Captain America. They are making another
He said, "Why y'all so loud?"
Karate Kid movie. I was in look. That was another movie. They were like, yes. When they showed that preview of they're making an Jackie Chan, who was in the last Karate Kid with Jaden Smith, is the teacher, whatever, the sensei, and they brought Ralph Macchio back, the original Karate Kid. If anybody's watched Cobra Kai on Netflix, you know that's Ralph Macchio. He's the original Karate Kid. Those are my movies, and we're so excited to see Ralph Macchio come back in the new Karate Kid movie whenever that comes out. But yes, Robin Hood,
Men in Tights,
Disney, Prince of Thieves, and Men in Tights.
Yeah, I was gonna say Men in Tights. Yeah, Men in Tights.
That was
hilarious. Robin Hood, Men in Tights.
The black guy that was Little John. He was hilarious.
And then we go and fight. And he goes, yeah. Oh man, that was funny.
Dave Chappelle was he?
He was in that movie. He was the blind guy or something. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. That was hilarious.
That's a good one.
Okay, so now we're gonna be wrapping it up in about 10 more minutes. My all-time favorite movie is not from my childhood, but this is my...
Sorry, go ahead. Because obviously, how can we forget this one? But go ahead.
My all-time favorite movie, and like I already stated, I do not like rewatching movies or TV shows that I've already seen.
Police Academy.
There's only... Police Academy, that's a good one too. What's that say? Oh, they're saying hi to each other again.
Team America World Police.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was saying I don't like rewatching movies that I've never seen. There's literally only 2 movies in this world that I will purposefully make it a point to go find and rewatch them. The one is not my all-time favorite, but the TV show Veronica Mars is my all-time favorite, and I lost my mind when they made the movie, and I will watch that again. But my all-time favorite movie as an adult, because it speaks to my corporate America I2 soul, is Office Space. I quote that movie. I will watch that movie a million times. I think you have my stapler. I believe you have my stapler. And here, not over here anymore. Like, that is my movie, because that is such...
He said, no, Milton, don't be greedy. He's in the birthday cake.
I've never seen the birthday cake. They're like, oh my God. That is my movie, because that is my life. Even though I am... Thank the Lord, a remote worker. I've been permanently remote for 5 years, knock on everything. I'm not going back in anybody's office. Even working from home is still you deal with office stupidities, office shenanigans that make no sense. But that movie, Office Space, even when they went to like the restaurant, the Chotskis, oh, you don't have enough Chotskis.
And a flare. He said 13 pieces is the minimal amount of flair. And that one guy had all the buttons.
Because you probably had to sit through it. I wonder that. Or she went to Office Space again.
Listen,
I went to Office Space.
I understand the flair. When I started working at Whole Foods and realized how many buttons I could actually put on, I was like, there is a minimal amount of flair.
Veronica Mars too. Yes, that's where I fell in love with Kristen Bell. The Veronica Mars show a long time ago.
We used to be friends, but I haven't thought of you lately at all. Come on now, sugar. Bring it on, yeah.
That was my show.
Remember
Monk
Monk?
was a show too. Monk was a really good show. I actually watched it and realized we're supposed to talk about movies.
Ooh.
Yes. I backed the movie. Oh, did you? You have it? I gave some money too because they did like a crowd something like a GoFundMe for the movie.
Oh, that's adorable. But
Okay, what is yours?
all right,
Not
so,
adorable.
Yeah, that's adorable. Oh, yay. Anyway, so
Crowdsourcing.
there.
Crowdsourcing.
But I don't. Boom. So anyway, movie that honestly inspired probably all of our childhoods. At least it was in my age range, and just all of our lives. Here we are. Can't forget about it ever. Prince of Egypt.
I've never seen it.
You so have seen Prince of Egypt. It was literally on the two VH. We had the VHS and we had King of Dreams on the VHS. Now she lying, y'all. There's no she never seen Prince of Egypt. She either one time called you brother.
Somebody tell me what year did Prince of Egypt come out? What year did Prince of Egypt come out?
Oh Lord,
1991.
Tell me this. Tell me she never say she that say she ain't never. You lie! You ain't never seen it either! Thank you! No! Absolutely not! Absolutely not! I went to her personal TikTok! We need people everybody's TikTok! Thank you! There ain't no way y'all never seen Prince of Egypt! That's that.
When did it come out?
Oh my, it doesn't even matter because you've seen it.
When did it come out?
It doesn't matter because you've seen
No,
it.
I did not. No, I did not!
It's on the VHS's.
I don't know. Titanic was on 4 DHSs.
And
Or
we've seen
2.
it.
I think it was 2.
It was 2.
I watched Titanic in school in the 8th grade.
But it's
I'll never
so
forget.
15.
It was 2 different VHS tapes. That's how long that movie
Yeah, we've
was.
never seen Prince of Egypt.
Okay, and Todd said she never seen it neither.
How you ain't never seen it? I am flabbergasted.
That was a TV show. I talk about movies.
Gone, done. And you don't gotta watch it. Oh my gosh, it was like.
And the soundtrack was epic because it was Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston.
It was the soundtrack. It was the animation. The animation at the time was breakthrough. That was like
it
the
was
start of
the late 90s. Do you realize how old I was at that point in time?
And it was still amazing.
Which means I didn't watch it. I was somewhere away from
This
y'all.
is my home. My father.
I do remember it was like the Summer Wild type thing. I know what you're talking about. Pleasantville was a movie, and like everybody was. I know what you're talking about. Everybody was kind of like robotic and like. I know what you're talking about.
You should.
Or they were like stuck there. I know what you're talking about.
It's a great movie
because it's kind of similar to like the Truman Show movie, which that was actually a pretty good movie too. But not you getting all hype. I've never seen it.
Can't believe it.
When we get off, I'm going to look up when that movie came out, and I'm going to be like, no, I did not see it. And I have no interest in watching it at this point. The Hercules movie, that was it. Again, them soundtracks in the 90s, Phil Collins on that Lion King soundtrack. Whoever else was on some of them. My point is the soundtracks.
I know, but the Hercules soundtrack and the Prince of Egypt soundtrack, you got Prince of Egypt, then you got Hercules.
I've never seen it, so I don't know.
I know, but you got to. You got to. When you see it, you be like, oh, Prince of Egypt, Hercules. Prince of Egypt, Hercules.
Yeah, it was in black and white. I know what you're talking about. It originally started, and then I think I like flipped to color at some point in time. We're talking about black and white. Remember when I got into like DVDs? I started collecting DVDs. I think when I was in like high school because I got my first little job at 16, and then we're gonna wrap it up because that's actually when I started getting into really started getting into horror because I started watching the original Night of the Living Dead movies from the 80s.
Yeah, I remember that.
They were
they were so cheesy but so cool.
Yeah, but it was like that was groundbreaking for them back then. Even like it's hilarious when you watch a movie in black and white and like you be like, oh, that person really is black.
It really is.
Because the lighting would be so horrible. They didn't know how to light colored people for black and white movies. Either way. But yeah, I think this was a hilarious and apparently somewhat traumatic conversation for my sister because she was reminded of movies, the Nutty Professor.
Oh yeah, what are you talking about that? Yeah.
Eddie Murphy movie, honestly speaking, you got, what's it called? Beverly Hills Cop. I like the one that came out. It was okay, the one that came out on Netflix or Prime, whatever came out. Beverly Hills Cop, that was Eddie Murphy. He's always been hilarious. Coming to America.
Oh, that was my jam.
I'm trying to think of other Eddie movies. Life, like you said. Nutty Professor. Eddie Murphy's just classic, period. Any movie. He did a couple of Disney movies. He did the Haunted Mansion because he signed some contract and he had to do like a bunch of Disney movies with them, and they were like cheesy, but it was just like, oh, it's Eddie Murphy, so it is what it is.
Right.
He did a Christmas movie though recently, and it was actually pretty good, and I liked it. And I'm not into Christmas movies, but it was like a competition and like to decorate your house in a neighborhood.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah,
It was called something.
It was called something.
It was called something. Yeah.
I would hope it was called something. Richard Pryor movies with the original, like Gene. I can't call that man's name. The guy that played the original Willy Wonka, Gene somebody.
Not Jingle All the Way. I'm still thinking
No.
of the movie.
But yeah, Richard Pryor movies are funny too if you're going back into and then even if you go back into like the 60s and 70s with the different blaxploitation movies with Foxy Brown, Foxy Cleopatra, Pam Grier, Isaac Hayes, rest in peace, with dang, who did Isaac Hayes play? What was his character? Shaft. No, did he play Shaft?
I don't know. He's
There was a
a
Shaft before him. There was a Richard Roundtree played Shaft before Isaac Hayes. That's what it was. But again, those are all classic movies too. Dr. Dolittle, yes, with Eddie Murphy. That was a good one as well. So there's been a lot of different, good and traumatizing movies. Seems like all the animated ones are the traumatizing ones. I don't know why they want kids to be traumatized.
Because they said trauma equals bonding.
You know what was a good movie, which again was not from my childhood, and I didn't even watch it until the second one came out, Inside Out.
First of all, that made me tear.
Yeah, it was a really good movie.
First of all, anxiety. I feel you, girl. I feel you. You know what? And I have a message for you too. Put it down. Let go of the control anxiety. ADHD, let it go.
It was leaning on it.
Right?
You just wasn't even touching nothing. It was just anxiety was taking over. I was like, oh, I feel that.
Close to it. Just let it go. Let go of that controller because people got stuff to do.
Yes. But thank you guys for tuning in with us this evening. We are going to go ahead and wrap up standardly. We would be back in 2 weeks, which is Tuesday, March the 18th.
Oh, right.
Comma period.
I'm going to be drunk.
Dot.
I'm going to be drunk.
Someone's birthday is St. Patrick's Day, Monday, March the 17th. We can go to Cinnabar if anybody wants to join us. Monday, March. What did I say?
The
17th. I don't know why I'm blanking on the date. It's St. Patrick's Day. We're going to turn up for her birthday. So we are going to take a hiatus.
So, yeah,
we'll not be back until April.
On the 18th. Y'all want to come through my house on the 18th. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, if it's warm outside, be in the backyard, grilling some stuff just because I can, and enjoying nature and some good times, some good food, good music. So, you know what I'm saying? Come through. Come on through. Y'all know where I live. The ones who do, you know it. And the ones who don't know, well, sucks to be you. So yeah.
But we are, prior to that, which I guess is next week at this point, the 14th, we're going to the Millennium Concert in Philly. So if anybody's going to be there, we're going to be there.
And I'll be there turned up, all right? Wherever I go, it's going to be a party.
Celebrating her birthday, some sister time. So that is how, that is my gift to her for her birthday. I actually bought her a suitcase too. She used that when she went to ATL.
Sure did. And packed too many things. You packed too many things, apparently. And
then, like I said,
and not enough. Too many things, but not enough.
You guys go ahead and wish her a happy early birthday. It is her birthday month.
Yes, so we turn up all month. I accept gifts all month. PS5 if you can.
I'm cracking up.
All right.
Personal leprechaun here because she is all of 5 foot nothing.
Give me the gold. Give me the gold.
On St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, we will be celebrating her. So we will drop and let you guys, remind you guys know of when we will be here.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you for joining us tonight. We thank you for participating in this conversation. Make sure that you like, that you follow, that you subscribe, that you share so that we can get all of our metrics and numbers up and we can get a couple of dollars because we appreciate you supporting us, supporting Mighty Funny. Hopefully you think we are mighty funny.
I hope so.
So the next time it's your birthday month and people don't want to show out and show up for you.
Because I do for myself, you good.
You can just look at them and say,
Mighty funny.
Mighty funny.
That I buy my own gifts.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time. Have a good night.
Have a good night.